So these are the gods our forefathers worshipped, or our parents worshipped. May not be the God of Israel. And in their covenant, you say Joshua made a covenant that I, with my children, we shall serve the Lord. So this is a point where we are coming to make a new covenant with God. But you cannot make a new covenant when you have not cancelled the old covenant. We need now to go in the depth and in the detail of observation of denouncing the covenants of our forefathers, the way they covenanted us to that kingdom, to the kingdom of darkness, to their gods, and break it and deny and say, Lord, from this day I denounce and deny the worshipping the God of my forefathers. They are no longer my God. I'm submitting, I'm cancelling every covenant, I'm disconnecting, I'm submitting to the God of Israel, and I'll serve the God of Israel. I'll follow this God of Israel, who is the creator of heaven and earth. Now, I was telling you about this God of Israel. Sometimes it's because we have not gone into the details of understanding this God of Israel, his attributes, his likes and dislikes. Otherwise, you're going to misinterpret whatever we see. We are just going to take words for granted. We are in a new covenant. Yes, we are in a new covenant with who? This is, Jesus brought us to this. He came to bridge the gap between us and this God, so that now, if these ones come, they can come to you through me. I'm there. They can come through me. But this God we are coming to has his own way of doing things. That's what we are forgetting. He's a God who keeps covenants, and he's a God who stands by his word. We don't need to shun the Old Testament because it helps us to know. It helps us to know who this God of Israel exactly is. Who is he that we connected it to? Now, the book of Exodus, chapter 20 says, and God spoke, I'm reading from verse 1. And God spoke all these words. I am the Lord your God who brought you out of Egypt and out of the land of slavery. You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not make yourself an idol in form of anything in heaven above, or in earth beneath, or in the waters below. You shall not bow down to them or worship them. For I, the Lord your God, I am a jealous God. This is one of the characteristics of God. For I, the Lord your God, I am a jealous God. He is a jealous God to anything called any other God to be worshipped. He is jealousy. And now look at what he does in his being jealousy. I am a jealous God, punishing the children for the sin of the fathers to the third and the fourth generation of those who hate me, but showing love to 1,000 generations to those who love me and keep my commandments. So now look at this. He has two parts. He has a blessing and he has a punishment. So he defines himself. My brothers and sisters, today we misquote. Today we just hook up and say, no, for us we are in the new covenant. With who are you in this new covenant? Jesus came to connect us to this God of Israel. But one of his attributes and who he is a jealous God. Number two, in his works, in his operations, he punishes. He goes ahead. He punishes. He says, punishing the children for the sin of their fathers to the third and fourth generation. You see that? He brings it on board. That is his way. That's why the Bible says in Galatians that don't be deceived. God is not mocked. Whatever man sows, so he shall reap. That is his way. You sow some bad seed, you will reap it. You sow good, you will reap it. So this is what I'm bringing you to understand. What is troubling the world today? We have tried to pray. We have tried to do our best. But how come that things again? One time God told me, the Lord told me that there is a way we are interconnected between light and darkness. We are two the devil is having gaps in us. He has a way. We are like black, white. I said why? He said one of the ways is the generational curses. They give the devil gap to be operating within our lives. We fight battles and we are not winning. Another way, that is where the devil harbors. Another way is that he told me is that the evils that dwell in our hearts. Many of us, our hearts are too full of evil. You have a very evil heart, so you inflict evil to others. So that's where the devil sits. Another way are the principalities and the powers. He was showing me gaps where the devil is really standing to attack us and weaken us, and we are powerless. It's like the kingdom is powerless, but that's not the case. The kingdom is so powerful, but we need to know the kingdom. We need to know our king, what he wants, and the principles of the king. Otherwise, whenever we are against them, our adversary knows exactly. We are going to argue out. I'm going to teach you and know how to argue out your case and win this case. So now, when we come back here, because Hezekiah knows from the books there that what the forefathers have done can bring pain to the current generation. There was bondage. Hezekiah recognized the faults of the forefathers against God. Whatever they did that was against God. For example, let me give you an example. If in your generation, your father is a murderer, or your forefather is a murderer, he used to go murdering people, shedding innocent blood. What does God say about shedding innocent blood? That innocent blood has a repercussion. Because what we call what a curse is a payment to what somebody did. It is a payment. It comes because of something. A curse doesn't come by itself. It comes out of an action. So even today, we have seen people killing others. But now, let us, even you there, sit down and try to examine some families where you've seen murders, where you've seen people who shed innocent blood. They go, they just kill others, they do those things. You see, what will happen? The one who kills with a sword, still a sword, will not leave his house. They will shed blood by the sword. Now, what does killing bloodshed mean? That you have killed somebody. Do you know what you have invited? You have given a legal permission. What your forefather did, gave a legal permission to the devil to come in your house and keep claiming, say, people at the premature age in your family, be it born again or not. That thing will be being so holy, so righteous. That thing, the devil will still have a permission to come and claim blood. Why? There is a blood that is crying. Blood that is shed continues to plead, to cry. I saw the blood of Abel was crying. So many of us, we are grandchildren or daughters or sons of people who shed blood. We are offsprings of people who shed blood. So blood is crying. Whenever we try to raise our hands, God is seeing blood. Until we come on table with God. Because we have that gap, the only opportunity, the only escape God is the blood of Jesus, that we can plead for mercy and we are washed, we are cleansed, and disempower these demons that also come. Because immediately do it, they say, okay, we are invited to go and claim blood. You're going to see a family whereby an incident happens, whether knowingly or unknowingly. Let me give you an example. One time, we lost a friend, and this friend was murdered. He was a good man, very innocent. He was very disciplined. And now this man even never wanted to marry because he was very careful with him, always very faithful. But out of the blue, this man people, his hands came in his house, they chopped him,